Short just so we've said we've done this and stuff. So yeah, so I think the fact that we pulled this off is pretty incredible. Presumably, right? Hey, that video is not 30%, 75% 30 gigabytes of video. That's good. Let's see if we can finish this.
Show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.
If I disappear, I'll be back, mostly.
Okay, mostly. Partially.
Oh, no, that's the intro. I just played...
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza, sliceonbroadway.com. And listeners like you, support this show at patreon.com/AwesomeCast.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
One, two, and here we are. It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter, and we are here I'm in Arizona, Kingman, Arizona right now. We just pulled in a half an hour ago. I set up just enough, and I'm hoping there's enough mobile hotspot. But if I go away, it's okay, because the show will go on forever because nobody will be able to log in and turn it off. Because with us from Studio C Alternative with a little C is John Chichilla up in Dormont. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you? It looks a little bright there. The sun hasn't set yet.
It is very bright in comparison, I'm sure. So no, yeah, no, this is tremendous. And uh,
And Sorg has locked up just a little bit.
We scared him. Hi, Sorg.
this is going to happen. This is going to happen. Okay, we're going to not. So tell you what, we are not going to do. We're going to be adjusting some things here, and this is the perils of doing this on the road. You guys look great over here, and I'm remoting in, so no, we'll be fine here. And so you guys, well, hey, it's the Awesome Cast. We're here, and you can check out everything on AwesomeCast.com. And just to help me with bandwidth, we have other people. We have you guys keeping out in the chat room as well. Check out everything over there. Hit us up on AwesomeCast on the Twitter, AwesomeCast at SorgatronMedia.com, and of course, join the Facebook group where you guys can join us as well and talk about a lot of the stories throughout the week. Thanks to the audio partners at the 405media.com and postindustrial.com. And thank you to Patreon supporters, patreon.com/awesomecast, Matt Weller, John Gore, and John Carmen over at the Coffee Club level. And at the Family Show level, our friends Michael Fedor, pghmuseums.org, and Professor Buzzkill. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting the show, even in these weird things that we attempt to do here, apparently. So just so I can get a little bit of breather and we know my service is okay, who wants to start with their awesome thing of the week?
Good, Chilla.
Okay. So Apple has obviously released their new phone line. One of the things that I was pretty surprised to see so early was there are a number of MagSafe third-party accessories. So if you're familiar, Apple has the new magnet. They're coining MagSafe, much like the old power adapter. So for the MacBook line, so Moment has come out with a whole MagSafe line of devices. As part of those devices, not only do they have cases, but they also have a number of mounts. So they have a magnetic car vent mount. They have a cold shoe mount with MagSafe. They have a wall mount. So if you want to throw your phone up in your kitchen or on any type of flat surface, they actually show in their picture kind of a pivoted arm, almost like you would have like a boom for a mic. You can hook it up to that. And then they also have a bunch of tripod mounts. Interestingly enough, from what I was seeing, they only have, you have to buy a different tripod mount if you want portrait or landscape. There is a tripod mount with MagSafe for landscape and portrait, but I couldn't tell from their site. Do you just get one of each? Does it somehow, it looks like it may do some kind of cool pivot. I'm not sure, but that's probably the one that I would go with, because that tripod mount also has the cold shoe, so you can actually hook up an additional microphone. You can put a portable light on there. There's a number of things you can do with this, and I think we're going to see that this is probably one of the first of many types of devices come out for MagSafe. I ordered also from Apple the MagSafe wallet that clicks on to the back. I'm interested to see how many other manufacturers make stuff like this, and I'm actually excited also for the wallet, because I have the wallet device for my old iPhone, and I did use it a lot. So having it magnetic and being able to be removable is a pretty cool feature for me, because then I can take it out, swap it with something else, throw the wallet in my back pocket if I don't want it on the back of the phone. So I'm looking forward to the number of accessories we're going to see in this area.
Why? What? I'm trying to get a picture of it here, and why can't I see it? It just wants me to enter email addresses and phone numbers for a
The X in the upper right hand corner.
Upper right hand corner. Oh, that's what happens.
There's an ad splash screen that comes up first.
Oh, there you are. Okay, there it is. Let me just show that thing off right now. So I'm looking at it right now. Sorry, I'm controlling a computer in Pittsburgh in the studio to show you these things. So so Yeah, that thing's wild. So, so this is that promise of like mag-safing everything as we go. Now, I got to say, we have the Amazon Echo for the car, and it something I got from my mother, and she brought it along on the trip, and it kept falling off a little bit. So, but it's also like kind of vertical, which is what this is too. So I don't know if I trust it yet. I have to see how strong that is in practice, I guess.
Yeah, I have heard that some people saying like the wallet, if there's too much pressure in your wall or in your pockets too thin, it will slide. Obviously you want the thing to be removable. They're also using it for their uh their charging puck type thing. So I am interested to see how strong it is
Mhm.
and what the other
Okay.
what cases will do to it, because obviously the magnet's in the phone, not in the case. Um, so it obviously, depending on what case, mileage may vary as well.
I like the lenses.
Cool.
I like
So
the variety of lenses that they're selling for this too.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be interesting to see how far companies can really take this.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, it looks pretty cool. So let me know how that works out for you.
Will do. And the other thing that I like about this is it seems like it's going to be one of those things that if they keep doing this, I don't have to buy a different kind of attachment or a different case to make this all work. Hopefully, phone to phone to phone from now on in the future, I can not have to rebuy accessories.
Yes. So, all right, looking forward to that. So, you know, if you're on audio, let's say, Chilla, you have a guest with you this week.
We do
Please
have a
unmute.
introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Christopher.
And what's your awesome thing of the week?
Well, Roblox.
And what games on Roblox?
Oh, there's a couple. There's V-Swarm Simulator, which is in the links file on my page of whatever that screen is
In the dock.
in the dock.
And then what do you do in V-Swarm Simulator?
Well, it's hard to explain in words, but I'll try my best. What you have to do is you have to try to get the bees. You can get bees, you can get royal jellies, you can get etc. etc. Then you have to get honey and pollen. You have to do quests from other bears. Some are very hard, some are very easy. There's about 16 fields I can think of.
And what do you do in the fields?
You have to collect the pollen. Each field has a better thing. Some places actually don't. Some areas of the map don't even have any areas, and some do.
And then what do you do with the pollen?
You have to sell it to your hive, which your bees will come help you and sell it. You actually don't sell it yourself. Your bees will help you collect pollen. You can get pollen collectors yourselves. Then you can get these things called gifted bees, and then they just level pretty much. They're just better versions of the bees self that it was. You can get star jellies, which are just a thing that, like, it's pretty much royal jelly, just always guaranteed a gifted bee. And then there's also things that you do are like pretty easy but also kind of hard. You can do you can do ant challenges, which your bees will like attack all the ants, and you have to get the ants before you get oofed. And then you don't want to get oofed, because then you get a certain star amulet, which depending there's a bronze, silver, golden, diamond, and supreme. The supreme's so good. There's also a bunch of others, but it's hard to explain in words. So
What other game do you play? And I think Dutters will actually like this one because it's kind of like one of the games she plays on her Switch. But what's the other game you play?
it's called My Restaurant.
And what do you do in My Restaurant?
What you do is you can hire cooks and waiters that help you build your restaurant. You can buy floors for money, and you can get customers in your restaurant, there's different types of customers. There's VIP, celebrity, YouTuber, and then a haunted horseman, and then the mystery customer, which we don't even know what that called. It just mystery.
Just a bunch of question
marks. And then there's, in the game, there's there's this thing called a haunted horseman thing that you can do quests from, and you can get like creative stuff. Like you can get happy pumpkins, coffins. I'm right now on like you can get royal table and royal chairs. That's probably that's like the second best quest. And then me and John are both on the exact same quest. Serving a headless horseman.
And then what do you, with some of your more expensive stuff, what do you get to do? Do you get to sell it, and then you get to buy other stuff in the market?
Yes, you can buy stuff. There's the global market and the regular market. The global market is where you can sell limited items and stuff for like money that gives you money instead of just giving nobody money.
Mm-hmm.
So you can buy different limiteds that aren't out anymore, or you can buy them that are still out, but it's easier to buy them with in-game currency, because then you don't have to spend real money on stuff.
And it's pretty interesting, like the stuff that's the limited, the stuff that you can buy ends up going for like 10 times to 20 times what you originally purchased it for. So if you can buy like an extra one or two, you can actually fund your future purchases for quite some time without having to spend any kind of real money.
Yeah, and then it's hard to explain.
Oh, that's okay. We're showing a video of what it looks like from the website that you linked us in the show notes for anybody out there on video as well. So, no, that looks really cool. Ed and Katie, yeah, this does look right up your alley, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, this looks like so much fun.
It really doesn't, but okay. Should I get off the show right now?
Here, we're gonna go on mute.
Oh, you can do whatever you want, and we'll go over to Katie and talk about what her awesome thing of the week is. Then I got it right here, and
okay.
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you so much for being on the show. Welcome back anytime. Thank you. All right, Katie, go ahead.
Hi. So I have two awesome things. One, if you're watching on video, you can see my Hello Kitty silly straw, which is a bottle of wine because it's election night and we're enjoying ourselves. But my actual awesome things are my new AirPods that are in my ears right now. Very exciting. Look, ooh, no cords. Very fun. I got them at Walmart for $108.
And by the way, sound great.
Do I? Good.
Oh yeah, it's more often than not, if somebody hops on one of these calls with those for like corporate thing or company things that we do, like I know I'm like okay, I'm gonna be good. So
ta-da! Yeah, they're the nice ones with the charging case, and I was super excited because it's lightning at the bottom, and I was a little worried. I was like, oh no, I don't have the USB-C, and I was like, oh no, I hope I don't need to buy another cord. But yeah, I got these for $108 off of Walmart on the website. So start paying attention to the various stores' websites, because we're getting Black Friday sales pretty much weekly across the board, which is pretty darn nice, because it's nice, buying I've been wanting these, and like I said, good price, and I'm happy with them so far. I did go on Amazon and buy the little silicone doodads, similar probably to what Chilla has, because my ears are not made for these. They sit pretty well, but they're not ideal. But yeah. So I'm pretty excited with this, and I'm glad I sound good.
You sound great. That's actually the lowest price. I saw like a sale alert. That's the lowest price that the AirPods have been down to, especially with the wireless charging case, which comes in super handy. I've also heard that we may be able to charge those one day off the back of our iPhones, kind of like what Samsung's done. So I still really like mine, even sometimes over the AirPod Pros. So
nice. Yeah, it was pretty exciting. I think it might have popped up as an article on I can't remember which. It's one of the tech websites that I kind of follow, and they show up in my Apple News stories. And I was like, what's this? And I was like, okay. And then I was sitting on the computer refreshing it right before 7 o'clock because I wanted to grab them, because I've really been wanting a pair, because they're kind of everything else, like as far as wireless, Bluetooth wireless things have not. They've been really awkward on my ears, or they
Mhm.
just don't
And so I'm worried
fit
about
right in
picking
my
them.
mouth.
I'm worried about dropping the money on them and like it doesn't fit my ears and falls out or something like because I haven't. But I don't have problems with the regular Apple ones. So, but
Mhm.
I found my Skull Candy inked, so I'm good to go for a while.
The
Those
the
are nice.
the one thing that you were talking about, Katie, was I was surprised to see the number of Black Friday announcements. So
Mhm.
from whether it's Amazon, whether it's Best Buy, whether it's Walmart, there just seems to be Black Friday stuff dropping daily. Even all the Amazon Echo type stuff is already down to its Christmas pricing.
That's wild. But let's say, and I'm unclear. Are we not having Black Friday? Like, are they like are we not having the official in-house in-store Black Friday a lot, or like are you hearing anything from stores? I really should ask my brother that works at Walmart. So I know they get Thanksgiving off for a change. I know they're not doing that. So
Yeah, I've heard that most of the places they're not going to. I haven't heard of even any early openings. And to your point, Thanksgiving openings, I haven't heard any of that going on. I almost wonder. I think it's great, and I'm super happy that people get to spend time with their families and don't have to go into work on the holiday. The one
oh,
thing that
that's
I do, go
that's
ahead.
something that we've had to juggle with for years because of them working there.
The one thing that I do worry about was for this year, especially, would it have given a chance to disperse the crowds over a longer amount of time versus everyone trying to rush in on Friday when the doors open? But maybe also these types of deals coming out early will also help curtail that. I just hope so.
And also, everybody's making up for not making money the rest of the year. Remember that. So, unless you're a tech company, I guess. So, Katie, you had a secondary awesome thing of the week as well, correct?
Yes. Oh, Mandalorian's back. Super excited about that.
Yes.
And we will talk spoilers because you've had a week to watch it. Well, a weekend to watch it. If you haven't
Yeah,
You've
just
had
hit that
2
30-second
hours.
button. Hit that 30-second button a little bit, will you?
Yeah. So we'll do spoilers real quick. As you may know, I am a huge Boba Fett fan, and he's back. He wasn't wearing his armor, but that's okay. He was there at the end, and that made me very happy.
And even the swerve on the armor was
Uh-huh.
pretty nice, and I felt like it was very. I felt like I was watching Star Wars Deadwood, which was pretty good, and I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, I love how the Mandalorian leans so much into the westerns. It's great.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Have they explained exactly when this is in the timeline or how this fits?
It's after Return of Jedi.
It's after Return of the Jedi. Okay.
Yeah, because when I just rewatched the one where Gina Carano's character comes in, and they explain that she was a shock trooper for the rebellion, and actually then I read up some more because I was curious about it. After the Empire, after they took out all the Empire like warlords and stuff, we're going deep, guys. They turned into like quote peacekeepers, which means that they were like quelling protests and things like that. Sounds familiar. She didn't feel for it, and that's not what she signed up for, so that's why she left and ended up on that planet. So, and that has been your Mandalorian corner.
Welcome to Mando Corner.
Well, Mando Corner, that's our new podcast.
This is the way.
I've started in a different state. Jeez. But no, that's awesome. Anything else you want to say about that?
If you haven't gotten into it, you need to get into it because it's very enjoyable. It's easy to catch up on. The episodes aren't terribly long.
Oh yeah,
and
only like 8 episodes for the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
catch up, get on board. You'll enjoy it.
It's funny because I hadn't been caught up until over the weekend, and I'm now caught up. It took me a day and a half to get through the season 1 and the first episode.
That easy. No, it's great. So my awesome thing of the week is I really haven't got to think of a lot of it, but I've got to say LTE Across America. So I mean, we're actually coming, although I need to upgrade my hotspot plan apparently on AT&T because I just got a notice, but we'll see if we can get through the rest of the podcast night. But literally, like, other than the mad rush we've been doing to get to California here, being in Kingsman, Arizona right now. Arizona, is that what state this is? I always want to ask somebody like walking by with their dog, what state am I in right now? But that's where I'm at. But no,
That would be
fact,
that would be a good test for the Alexa in the car since it's hooked up to your phone. Can it can it talk to the GPS? Can you say
where the
where
hell
am
am
I
I?
at right
Well,
now?
yeah, it's connected to the app. So I mean, I ask that to Siri all the time, and she gets really confused. So, but the fact that I've been able to, and again, it's like getting stuff done has just been a matter of me just being exhausted. Like we've driven, this is the fourth day we've driven from like 6 to 9 hours each day. And I'd get more done if I didn't need sleep. But but no, the fact that I can like pop in like here I'm connected in remotely to the computer with you guys on the same connection is pretty incredible right now. That this is working as well as it does, and we've had consistent. Like again, we're going through the middle of the country. We're going through on I-40 for the last 5 states I think it was. But obviously during the along the highways it's going to be fine. Tomorrow I'm going to really be trying something as we try to produce a show for a client tomorrow while I'm sitting in a moving RV. So that'll be a good test that I'll check in with you guys next week on. Oh, this is really I'm not even well. There you go. But no, it's really at a sweet spot, and the traveling over the last 5 years, you know how much I've fretted over like, oh, am I going to have internet of any sort in my hotel? Because hotel internet, I've checked this at Holiday Inn in Chicago, not good still. Like I can barely watch Netflix on it, and then here I am with just like my phone going around and doing this. I mean, Katie, we used your hotspot for like a streaming event at the 9/11 memorial in Shanksville. It's just pretty incredible that it's where it is now, and it's kind of I'm basically said, hey, I can do this because I can do these things and client things and work wherever the hell I am based on the places we were intending to go. It's just making sure we're parked so I can do them. So but no, that's been a pretty incredible thing, and a really good test of it to like actually do this and not just take a flight into city A, city B, right? So but yeah, I'll be testing that a lot more over the next 2 weeks as we continue to try to do these shows wherever. I literally don't know what state I'll be in next week when we do the show. Like we haven't determined yet. So
we should start a pool. Everyone can chip in like a couple bucks, and we'll all pick states.
Yeah, I mean, we'll pick like what should we go north of Colorado or so? Actually, to be honest, the weather is probably going to determine a lot of that because it sounds like it's going to snow in this region. It's currently 80 degrees where I'm sitting right now at 5:30 p.m. So, but supposedly it might snow this weekend, so we might try a different route. But no, it's great, and obviously, social media, we've had hashtag Sorgs Across America if you want to check that out. So and there you go. Oh, by the way, hey Mom, get around here while we're here. Oh, hold on, because she's usually in the chat room, so she's got to come around here and say hi to everybody. So here you're on the internet. So we're talking to that.
Hi, I'm chief bottle washer and cleanuper.
No,
and dog walker right now.
We've visited like the finest of dog parks in the last couple of days. So
yeah,
but all right,
where the good ones are and the bad ones are.
Oh yeah, we found some very bad ones, some very sketchy ones. Like I don't know if I don't want my dog to go in there. So but high regard for KOAs though. I'm loving these places. So but anyways, so as soon as
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mama Sorg.
Yeah, that worked it too. But where are we at? What computer am I on here? Oh, hey, this is the thing we do at this point in the show, right? Not that any of us are partaking because God knows where we're at right now. But our good friend Slice on Broadway, going to give him a shout out, supporting Pittsburgh Podcast with the perfect pepperoni pizza. And I want to get my head above the fold on that one. 3 locations up there in Pittsburgh, up there, thousands of miles away from here. So, but they're going to be taking care of our producer so this would have gone a lot smoother, and hopefully it's working okay so far, because we have an in-house producer that we booked for the next 3 weeks, but he's volunteering at the polls today. He gets the pizza for the next couple of weeks, so that's how we're paying him. No, Matt Collins is going to be joining us, so to at least on the tech side of it. I'm sure he'll contribute a little bit the next couple of weeks on here as well. So I'm glad that he's out doing his duty and making sure everything is going smoothly out there on this really, really important day that I barely mentioned because I'm trying to ignore it at this time. So, as a lot of us probably are. But anyways, let's get into. Have you guys seen, Katie? I know you're keeping an eye on the Instagrams a lot. Have you seen this about everybody's going to be able to go live for 4 hours now? Are you ready for your next fashion show-a-thon?
I think we're going to start seeing a lot of those. Have you ever been on to Facebook Live and like so and so this company is live, or this celebrity or whatever is live, and then it's like a 2-hour lead up,
Mm-hmm.
and the actual thing, like, we're gonna make an announcement at 2:00, but they go live at noon.
Oh,
You're just like
CC
hearing the
Live.
thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid is gonna happen.
You mean just like 3 hours of the pre-roll loop like I do for 15 minutes on this show?
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if this is a lead into conferences going virtual. Like my actual thought leapt to like the Apple announcements and the Google announcements. Facebook could put everything out there. I don't know. I guess my thought kind of jumped to long form video, and are they making a run for kind of the YouTube type stuff? Like if I could now, almost like I streamed a Twitch for gaming, or I live broadcast to YouTube, are they making a run at those with this platform? Especially as I mean, how many conferences are now going virtual and free and want interactivity? I don't know. It was just a thought.
Yeah, I'd be curious to find. I'd be curious about that too. But also, like, have they opened it up yet that you can broadcast like we do this to like multiple sources tonight, right? Like with our TMP, there was like a workaround that Alex. I think I mentioned it on the show. It's on. I think it's on. It's Duck something or something like that. I'll actually just check. And it's like, again, it was just too cumbersome for us to work into this flow of the show. But it was. Yellow Duck is the app on Mac, at least. I think it may be Mac only. Can we do eventually that? I plug this show through your conference through things like that. I'm sure the high end professionals have it already. Like WWE, I get a notification from WWE for TikTok and Instagram all the damn time for going live. So, I doubt they're just using a phone, right? But
yeah, I would definitely guess they're not, or they're using some kind of switcher that's going in as a webcam, or they have something much more high end. I'm wondering. I was trying to look up. There was a company that I was looking at that wasn't Restream, but it was when someone showed it to me, someone at work said, "Hey, have you ever heard of this company?" And I'm like, "No." Let me look it up. And I looked at it and I'm like, wow, this is Restream.io with a different brand.
Yeah, I think that's a big one. I think you're going to see. I think. Sorry if you hear a dog crying over here. So, I think you're going to see a lot of Restream the clones. Just like I used to use Zencaster, or I still use Zencaster for some clients for podcast recording for double enders, and I've noticed several lookalikes for that. So, no, absolutely. So but this will all come around. Just like it's hard for me to get a LinkedIn stream because I'm not qualified for whatever reason. I'm not important. I'm not Chris Brogan, I guess. But or Guy Kawasaki or whoever else is getting on there. But eventually we'll all get it, right? I mean, it'll just be like everything else. It's just like this stuff was all limited on Facebook. Even YouTube when it streamed, it was all like super limited to like 1,000 subscribers or something like that. So it'll come around.
In the chat room mentioned that she said Salesforce was all virtual this year.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like
Hey, more
everybody.
platforms you can put them on, right?
More platforms you can put them on, and the fact that the more places you could pipe them to. I mean, it's not like
Yes.
even Apple. It's not like they're just putting it on their private stream, right? They've been pumping out to YouTube more than ever. So I wouldn't be surprised if you want to reach a broader audience, this is kind of how you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So I closed the dock. You guys have something? Sorry. Still juggling devices over here. You guys have anything you want to talk about here?
Good. Did you have something, Chilla, or I can talk?
Did
about
you
something?
go for it, and then I'll go next?
Okay, cool. So Hulu is testing a live watch party tonight, so you can watch the election results. I believe their partnership with ABC is allowing them to do that, and so you're able to watch a live television show together with using their watch party. This is the first time for them using a live event. They first added the watch party feature back in May, but this is the way to give the Hulu no ad subscribers a way to chat with one another in the Hulu app while watching programs together.
So this was
live.
this is for the no ads. It was originally for the no ads people, and is it for like not live content?
Yeah, I didn't realize that Hulu had started doing a watch party. I haven't tried that yet. I've only done the Disney Plus, and but yeah, looks like you were able to chat.
Makes sense since they're basically the same people. So.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oh, there's a sidebar. That's cool. They have a sidebar that you can talk about during the stream with like Disney Plus and stuff. You have to communicate using your phone or computer.
So,
computer. To chat.
So I imagine. So this is if I want to watch the election results with you, not with an open chat room, because I have a feeling that will not be entirely as PC. Like don't do that one with the kids.
Didn't Apple try to take a swing at this once upon a time with Apple TV, where like they were showing a football game and that you were going to be able to comment with your friends? Maybe it was Hulu. I can't remember. It was in one of the launch announcements. I think this is a great idea, and one of the things that I've been talking to some people about is getting together to watch Mandalorian as they're released, especially on the Disney app. So I'm super interested in this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks real interesting. Chilla, can you give me one more thing?
One more thing. So so Apple is coming out with another announcement on November 10th, which they did is part of their, I think, or not their stock, their quarterly announcements that wouldn't have been the last event. And they have more in the pipeline for the rest of the year. We've heard that things like the tile type geo finding devices were still in the pipeline for the end of the year, but now it's on to Apple Silicone. So are we, much like we saw with, I think it was a Mac, was it a Mac Mini they had with as a device to get, that there'll be probably 2 laptops by year end that'll be potentially released, the MacBook Pro and MacBook Air. And it'll be an ARM powered Mac. I'm interested based on how fast I've seen video render, even inside of like iMovie on their custom silicone. Is this going to be, are they going to start writing their apps for the silicone and we're going to see huge performance increases? On the flip side of that coin, as a Chrome user, as a other application user, I'm not just in the Apple ecosystem, what is it going to do to their applications, and will they bring them? I think worst comes to worst, right? They just port the mobile apps over, and that's the other thing I think is it's going to make pretty much any the development time for, and I know they've been already doing work on bringing iOS apps over to Mac. I think it's
Mhm.
just going to make that much easier.
If you're a professional, especially in video, photo, audio, using a Mac, do not entertain. Likely, do not entertain this for a good while. Okay, just like hopping over to the Intels. This is going to be probably relatively painful. I am Apple will impress me if they make this like painless. I doubt it. I'm glad I got a new one like relatively recently, MacBook. But man, I don't trust that transition period, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Rosetta 2. You don't.
Yeah,
You don't...
right. Oh, give me PTSD from Rosetta 1. Jeez. God, like I was like, listen, will my Photoshop like support this like within the first 5 years this time? I don't know. So it felt like it took them like forever to do it. So of course it just feels forever, but so no, I think it'll be interesting too. I want to see what it is. I want to see what the future is, so because otherwise I can only base it on the last transition. It's good now that we're here and everything's running on Intel's, but I gotta believe it, so anyways, can I talk about P?
Yes, always.
So always. So this is one after my heart for an old side profession when I was a Lyft driver. There is, of course, I caught the headline that a new app will help gig workers find where to whiz. I got to tell you what, I had my spots. Listen, man, I was a frequent stopper late nights to that Get Go down on Baum Boulevard. It is like the less scary, cleanest place you could go, and it's like so centralized and everything. But yeah, no, this is helpful. This is entirely helpful. So I like, it's not like the Charmin app where like here's a bathroom that you can go to that people are putting in. You remember the Charmin app? So like there's been like where I poop apps and things like that. So if I can read this from a computer in a different state, so apparently they are actually offering partnerships with the restaurants for free advertising to allow it. So it's not like hey, here's a restaurant where they kind of don't look at you funny when they use the bathroom, right? This is in Southern California, Nevada, and Arizona here. But their first partnerships with a Waba Grill, a rice bowl chain, which offers 20% off chicken bowls and drinks through the app. This would have been really helpful this actually would be really helpful for gig workers, for things like that, especially as you're going out and about. If you can, and that's loyalty too. If you're like, I can go to this place, get a thing, get my Dunkin' Donuts coffee or something, because whenever I go out to the airport, like whatever that thing is, like that becomes your routine. I can tell you that from experience for something like this. So, the app is called, because I don't think it was called Whizz. It's actually called Whizz. WHIZZ.
It's a whiz to whiz.
It's a what? It's a what?
It's a whiz to whiz.
It's a whiz to whiz.
Like the time it takes to find a place to whiz.
He's running marketing for this guy. So that's great. So anything else we should touch on before we get out of here? We got lots of time actually.
Did you see the next article down? I thought this was a pretty creative way to build a Raspberry Pi into, like, typically. So there is, and I don't, the Raspberry Pi 400. They've taken it. It looks like they're using a custom board in it. Like they've customized the Raspberry Pi, but it's based on the Raspberry Pi 4 board and chip. But they've built it into a keyboard. So the first thing I thought was like, wow, it's like a Commodore 64. Like you just take the keyboard, you plug it into your TV, you're good to go. All the components are built in. It has the USB ports, the HDMI port. It's powered over USB-C. I thought it was kind of a cool way that if you just needed to take something with you, almost to like, hey, I want to take something with me to a hotel and just plug it right into the TV to use as just basic internet browsing, etc. I've been surprised at how many people I see like writing code on these things and just the number of things they can do with them. The fact that you can just take this kind of anywhere, bring some peripherals with you and plug it into any HDMI and USB-C powered device. I thought it was pretty cool, and the price isn't bad either. The full kit is $100, and that includes the mouse and the cabling, and I think you can get it kind of bare bones for $70.
I really love this thing. Like, and even on top of that, I believe, can't you run full Ubuntu now on that, which gives you a little bit more capability than what's happening with Raspbian?
Yeah. So one of the things that this one comes with, it sounds like, and I didn't read the article fully, shame on me, but it sounded like they ship you multiple micro SD cards. And one of the micro SD cards comes with Ubuntu 20.10, which is, what is it, Groovy Gorilla. And it'll, the OS isn't like fully pre-installed. It takes you through a couple of the setups and finishes on the first boot, which also goes on the same SD card. But then you're good to go with a full Ubuntu build. And they said even running the Ubuntu stuff, the CPU was sitting idle at 50% or less and would peak very occasionally at like 80. And for a device without like a full set of fans and everything else, it's pretty impressive. That's
what I'm looking for, because I mean, you probably saw before I was testing like Raspberry Pi in the studio kind of situation. Like I want something like that, a little bit more power, because it was kind of choking on Google Meets, and maybe it'll work on my N64 games on Retropie a little better. So
and I have the, what is it, the 8 gig Raspberry Pi 4 with 8 gig. And I've been pretty darn impressed with how well it runs things.
Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping I get a hands on one of those, but this may be the way to do it too, because I love that setup, and it could even work for your Raspberry Pi, and you can actually go in and fix the names of those. Or I'm sorry, your Retropie. It could actually fix some of those names as well, to those games that you've mislabeled, and say, this is not a Mario Brothers game, this is Barbie's Pony Adventure, and why is it titled this way? So I don't know why that's the example. Chilla, I see you got one. Well, actually, no. Can I talk about a fridge for a moment?
Sure.
I mean, I do need a fridge. I mean, I could replace my fridge, but geez, Xbox. Just this is the most ridiculous thing. I saw this pop up in my feed, and I thought it was like just like some video, like when when I keep downloading the wrong Mandalorian video, and it's a fan one, it just drives me nuts, right? But this is an Xbox, and I don't know this anything other than like weird marketing thing, but there's an Xbox fridge. It is modeled after, is in a giant box. It looks like the Xbox Series X box with a big halo in the back and Power Dreams, all that stuff. This presentation video is pretty great. There's actually a video out there. I guess all the YouTubers also got a lot of these too. And there's Justine got one in her garage. So, yeah, it's a fridge that looks like that vertical Xbox form factor. And yes, it lights up green on the inside, and I think it might come with like monsters in it or something, or whatever Game Fuel is this year. I guess that's Mountain Dew, isn't it? So, it's ridiculous, and yeah, I kind of wish even it lights up. The little Xbox lights up in the corner.
Does it turn red when the fridge dies?
Yeah, was there Red Ring of Death? All of your stuff is spoiled, I guess.
The only thing I'm surprised is I can't tell the height on it, but I wish they would have thrown like a little freezer at the top.
Isn't there a freezer on it? Hold on, I'm looking at the video right now.
It's like I rewound to when the door opens at 1 minute and 47 seconds,
You're right. There's no freezer.
there's
Hold
no
on a second.
freezer.
Oh my goodness, we're completely taken down off of YouTube, I'm sure. But yeah. Oh, there's. I don't know why. It's weird because the food that they have in it in the video is all strange stuff from video games. I'm like, why are there spoiled bananas in here? This is weird. Like this took a turn. So, but yeah, you're right. I don't think there is a freezer.
I'm putting in the chat. I said there's no place for pizza rolls, so it's a hard pass for me.
Hard pass. Yeah, what kind of gaming fridge is that if you can't put your pizza rolls in there, right? Now I've had a microwave, and there you go.
Ooh.
That's
all
what
in
they should have made, like a combo microwave refrigerator with freezer.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I like it. So that's my fridge of the future, I suppose. Chilla, you had one more link in here as well.
So the was it the you get a ticket, you get a ticket, you get a ticket?
Yeah. What's the ticket about?
So it surprised me. So as we were talking earlier about different conferences and whatnot, BlizzCon is going to be free this year, which kind of surprised me because even last year they did virtual, or in the past they've done virtual tickets.
So as
And
a
the virtual tickets used to be $40 a piece.
Okay.
But they're replacing the 2021 show that's going to be February 19th and 20th. It will be all online, and they will have, it'll be interactive. Obviously, they'll be doing, I'm sure, multiple announcements from Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo. One of my favorites, Overwatch. I think they have Hearthstone, and I think they have one other big marquee game. But that event will be happening. It's going to be 100% online. But they've also talked about they are going to there will be a lot of engagement. So I'm interested to see how they do it.
That's cool. That's cool. It's this is all the adjustments, right?
I think it's nice too for people that are stuck in the house. It gives you one more thing to kind of engage with, even like whether it's Hulu or Disney or whatnot, these watch parties. I mean, we've seen, Zoom really take off with bringing people together. I think this is just one more way to get people to have kind of an outreach, and you may not be in a hall with hundreds or thousands of people, but it kind of gives you some semblance of there's life outside your four walls.
I like it. I like it. How we just need to replace the cosplay experience. I think that's a biggest thing missing from something like this.
Yeah, and Steel City has said they've I don't know if you saw some of those posts. They've kind of reached out to see what people are thinking because they're approved and the vendors want it, but they're interested to see what the fans think. And there's going to be so many stipulations and regulations.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're seeing that with the wrestling shows too, where it's like, seeing it and feeling safe is two different things, right? So, and I mean, there's plenty of examples I could be knocking it into right now. So,
well, plus nobody has any money to buy all the things.
That's true too. I mean, some people do, but I mean, a lot of people probably in these demos don't. They're dealing, they're probably in those levels. With all the layouts and everything, yeah, sure. So, that really kind of kills a lot of that. So, we'll see if $60 video games survive.
Isn't everything going up $10? I thought with
the new ones, yeah.
Yeah.
But geez, they might be rethinking that after they launch this thing and realize kind of where they're ending up, right? So.
In the chat room, Amanda said GraniteCon had a virtual cosplay parade during their Comic-Con.
Is there a video of that? Can you share that with us in the group or something to check out later? I want to see how that. I want to know, what is my virtual furry parade going to look like? Okay, because I miss the furries. I miss the furries coming to Pittsburgh. I think we all do. And they're probably the safest one. They're already wearing masks. Come on, So, but all right. Well, at that point, it looks like according to the time we need to wrap up here, and I need to figure out how we're doing the next show here. But thank you everybody for hanging out with us live from where are we? Where are we? Kingman. I think Kingsman is the movie. I think this is Kingman. And who knows where we'll be next time we meet on this. Christopher, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks for actually having me.
Yeah. Do you have can we and if your dad approves, is there a username or anything we can look up to hang out with you on Roblox, I guess?
Do you know your Roblox user ID?
It's CSC0329.
Okay. Chilla, text that to me. So
Well, there's CSD0329.
All right. And Katie, you are doing great things over there over on your Instagram, of course, aren't you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I'm thinking. Well, I guess you haven't doing as much because you're not doing your fashion show right now.
I'm in a little bit of a lull, but I think I might have some other things planned because I like doing things. It's fun on the interwebs.
Fantastic.
Have
and
you
then
noticed me drinking during the show? Have you noticed any? Did you hear me typing?
Like audio? I know. No, yeah, we do pick you up usually from time to time. So then I have I'm not in like the studio environment, so that might just be this. so let me know in like 2 weeks if I notice. So all right, I gotta figure out where else to do this because I'm losing sun. So Chilla's at Chilla on the Twitter, of course, and if you want to give your Roblox username as well.
I think I am Chilla579 on the Roblox.
Yeah. And Katie, if you want to give your perspective Roblox account.
Dudas369.
Yeah. There you go. Guys, thank you so much. It's cool that we're able to do this even with like this crazy adventure that we're doing right now. And producer Missy will be back in some form, I think. I don't know on the show or anything, but she'll be at least be present in the same state as me. So that'll be a nice change of pace. So again, check out what's going on social media, #Sorgs Across America to see what's going on. It's been a little lame. I mean, we just kind of made some stops today, and there's a lot of hills and mesas and desert, but it's going to get fun probably in the next couple of days again. Check out the video over there, and thank you everybody. And I need to actually cue things up, so I'm going to vamp for a second. And of course, check out Listen to Your Parents. Actually had a really good one last week. They talked about Halloween candy, and not this one, but the one before them, they talked about kind of hacks for Aldi's. Shopping at Aldi's a bit. I picked up the chickens that the frozen chickens that they're supposed to taste like Chick-fil-A. So they are wonderful and less problematic. But definitely recommended. So go check that. Listen to Your Parents over at sorgatronmedia.com, and we have a lot of other great stuff going on there. And I'll completely close the show as soon as I can log back into Pittsburgh and hit the button to close the show, because that's what's happening right now. Guys, thank you so much. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.
I heard of like what some of the other guys end up doing on the other shows. So
yeah, I'm using like a Jabra.
Oh, cool.
Like desk.
Oh.
That's what I use.
And that's what he uses for school. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's also a different room, and it's kind of a room mic and everything like that. So you sound better than conferences I've attended. So
great.
Like, geez, don't get me started on WebEx. I should probably take this off the stream and stop the recording so I don't have to. Oh yeah.
I'm probably either going to be on each month or 3 weeks, probably on AwesomeCast.
Oh, is he already booking himself?
Yeah, he's booking himself. We'll see, buddy.
I know.
Well, we got to go do spelling words, so I'll catch you. Hey, and if you need something, hit me up on Slack if you need to do test streams or anything.
Absolutely. I think, the biggest thing is where I am and how well it works, and if I run out of data.
Or light.
Or light, apparently. So I want to figure that out in the next hour for the next show. So, But I think it's worked relatively well. Did I drop a whole lot on here, or
After that first glitch, there was like one other short pause, and then it's been perfect.
That's great. Yeah, I think I have like full bars, so it's just as long as,
I'm
and
watching us on the stream still.
and I was also it's just the logo right now, right?
Yeah, but you can still see us talking at the bottom.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're still
Oh,
working.
hi guys. Hi everybody.
Still audioing.
I forgot. Well, we set this up a different way, and I forgot how it worked, and I forgot that I have to turn off the audio in order for. Oh, so the audio was also going before we started. Let me remember that for the show later. So good to know. All right, so they're still listening to us right now, so we might as well
Stream that
entertain
never ends.
it. It is. It's not letting me log back in. This is where it gets sketchy. Now I'm kind of hoping. Did I just screw up that computer? Did we just freeze that computer back home? This is the problem.
Well, it can't be frozen because it's still streaming. What are you using to remote in? Are you using Chrome Remote Desktop?
Chrome Remote, because it's awesomely reliable. Oh, I can. Oh nope, that is you guys. I logged into the Hangout one. Oh, hold on.
I'll catch you guys next week.
No, I just logged into the MacBook in front of me. Apparently.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you, Christopher. All right. I love that you can see the studio back there. So. All right. We're still. I think we're finally able to get in here, and then we are going